Hello, welcome to Crypto News. Today is August 25th, 2025, and the top cryptocurrency news is as follows. First of all, have a good week, everyone. And now it's time to get to our own news. We'll start with the US Treasury Department, which it seems wants to put cameras in every living room. More specifically, the US Treasury Department is investigating whether identity checks should be included directly in DeFi protocol smart contracts so they can check everyone. This is all basically just an idea, and it started with Genius, which, as we've already told you at Crypto News, is the US law on stablecoins. It also mandates the Treasury Department to evaluate new forms of tools in the fight against illicit funds circulating in the cryptocurrency market. And one of the ideas that is on the table is this authentication that I just mentioned. It may never happen, but it is a proposal that is being considered. Moving on, we go to Binance, where the community is blaming it again. This time there are allegations that Binance is working with Wintermute to reduce Solana's market cap in order to protect BNB's dominance. All of this was reported by Mr. Marty Party, an analyst as far as I know. He is essentially saying that Binance is sending millions of Solana to the company so that it can reduce its market cap and prevent it from overtaking BNB. Obviously, this may or may not be true at all, and Binance is selling Solana, as they are selling every cryptocurrency they have to operate the exchange, you know? Or maybe for some other reason that we don't know. But that is the latest concern in the community. Moving on, let's move on to Mantra, which is proposing major changes to its tokens. Mantra, as you know, is a well-known coin that, as you can see, has crashed. The proposed changes are, first, changes to its inflation model and the transfer of cryptocurrencies from Ethereum's ERC-20 to the Mantra network. This aims to improve liquidity, security, and scalability. The plan will be completed in January 2026, but I'm not sure if that will be enough to regain the trust of the community. Next, we turn to video games in the cryptocurrency market, specifically Pirate Nation, which is yet another video game that is closing. The reason is the same as all the others. There are too few users involved in crypto games, and specifically this one, resulting in insufficient revenue to sustain its operation, and that's why it's closing. Below, I'll also share an article that has compiled all the crypto games that have closed so far in 2025, and beyond that, we're also looking at SUI, which seems to be having issues as well. SUI has its own gaming console, the SUI Play 0x1, which had already begun shipping globally. However, according to the new US tariffs, the import duties have made this console much more expensive. This console costs $600, and in some cases the duties that are added are $350 on top of the already existing price. Many users are complaining about this. Let's say that so far SUI seems to have stopped shipping these consoles until they gather more information and see what they will do. Moving on to our news, we will go to a person who won a Bitcoin from a deck of cards. Essentially, GameStop, one of the products that they sell in their store, are these decks of cards here, which are standard playing cards. However, in these cards, if you are lucky, you can find a Bitcoin card, which, if I am not mistaken, is something like this here. It basically has some codes on the back that a user can claim for a whole real Bitcoin. And so it happened. Someone paid $13 for such a deck of cards and was lucky enough to find a Bitcoin inside. Moving on, we will also mention a person who is still looking for the hard drive. Those of you who are new to the cryptocurrency market will probably have heard of it. We are talking about Mr. James Howells, who, while cleaning out his office 12 years ago, threw away a hard drive that had 8,000 BTC inside, close to $1 billion as we speak. So, after 12 years of trying to buy the junkyard that was his hard drive, he has now given up because it is not working, and his new plan is to launch a Bitcoin Layer 2, which he claims will be backed by lost Bitcoins that, as he says, a court has recognized as his legal property, but he does not own all of them. The network will be called Seniog, and an ICO will start in late 2025. So that's the latest news from this man, and it's time to go to our favorite cryptocurrency market. Bitcoin is at $112,000, with the price having briefly dropped to $110,000 yesterday. There is no specific reason why this happened, and we just wait for the next moves of Bitcoin. That wraps up the top news for crypto. Today is August 25th, 2025. I'd like to remind you that the content you just watched is created for educational purposes only and should not be considered as investment advice, but rather as investment opinion. Please subscribe to the channel, leave a like, and feel free to comment. Take care, everyone, and have a good day.